All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Colin McGrew. I use he, him, his pronouns. I'm a program partner here at Inclusive Communities, an organization that's hard to define, but we try to do it all the time. Broadly speaking, our mission is to confront prejudice, bigotry, and discrimination. And we do this through all sorts of different avenues of programming, whether it be business, youth, or community programming. But we're really here today to talk about culture, the importance of culture in our organization, and the importance of culture as a society more broadly in the systems that we interact with. And then we can just go ahead and introduce ourselves one by one.
I'm Green. I use he, him, his pronouns, and I'm the Programs and Faculty Manager at Inclusive Communities.
Juan Rodriguez, she, her, hers, and I'm the Business Development Manager.
Robbie Summers, she, her, hers, and I'm the Continuity and Sustainability Manager.
Molly Welsh, she, hers, Operations and Projects Manager.
Candace Freeman, she, her, hers, and I also am a program partner.
So the first question is very broad. It's just, what does culture mean to you?
Shared traditions, and a lot of times out of those shared traditions can come some shared values. And I think it can be really broad. Like, I think we have a culture at Inclusive Communities. We try to have a culture of like authenticity, accountability, being open and honest in our communication style, and also just like recognizing that no one is perfect, and making room for everyone to be their whole selves at work. So
Culture embodies the soul of a person. It is deep rooted. It is rich. And when we talk about intersectionality at IC, it is an intersectionality of values, oftentimes religious expressions, music, art, spoken word, theater, generational traditions, food. Also think about abilities and language, and something that I think that we are all aspire to within our cultures is true liberty.
Which kind of brings me to my next question, which is, what do you think is the importance of culture in our society/world today?
I think culture is important in society today because it's constantly evolving. So it allows everyone to have their own unique identity in the world, but we're also influenced by our cultural lens. So in society, we need to find a way to kind of harness that so we can celebrate our differences and kind of flip them as a strength so we can improve the quality of life for society, even if it's just a little bit.
So important for us to have an understanding and acceptance of other people's cultures. Not to steal from them or take them on as your own, but to understand and appreciate the different cultures that are out there.
Final question, which is, how has Inclusive Communities enhanced your understanding of culture?
Inclusive Communities has enhanced my understanding of culture in one of the most administratively nerdy ways, where our employee handbook is called a culture map. So we talk about tending to our own culture within IC as a safe and brave space for us to grow. And I love the analogy of, like, if you think about it as a piece of land, a piece of the earth that we are responsible for, and we can create a thriving environment within that for ourselves to grow. Like, what a fun little visual to go along with what that means. But it's changed my understanding in that what we put into it, we get out of it. The tools that we use to tend to it are just as important as the tending itself. The attitude in which we tend is just as important as the tending. Every ounce that you put into cultivating your culture is exactly what is going to be reflected back at you.
When we talk about like notion of one of the great things about having so many cultures to interact with is like that aspect of continually learning and like growing. And I think like in a broad sense, I see as a platform, as an organization, puts me in contact with people like in a fast rate that otherwise I probably wouldn't be interacting with. So I think just like in a broad sense, that's what it is for me. And like brought together under an umbrella of like shared values too. So like even of itself, like we're all coming into this culture of IC, but bringing our individual backgrounds.
I was going to say culture night too. Like that's been where I've learned the most about culture. I think, and so much just in the process of students like self-selecting what their culture is. I think often they don't take the time to really reflect and think about what their culture is, and it's always fun to see them figure that out.
For me, it's all about having the chance to learn more and to grow, to meet other folks and have these conversations. Also, I find it's given us the opportunity to provide different platforms and voice two voices of different cultures so that others can also have that experience to grow and learn and experience from those folks.